Good morning guys, this is Vijay, biology lecturer from Alaba Junior College. As you know that we have started our NEET series. Based on that we are discussing about NEET biology and NEET chemistry. In that category today we are going to discuss about Unit 2 biological classification examiner. So there are few questions we are going to discuss. Let's get start. Some hyperthermophilic organisms that grow in acidic, highly acidic pH 2 now habitats belongs to the two groups. Here are four different options given: Eubacteria, Archaeobacteria, Cyanobacteria and diatoms, Protista and mosses, liverworts and yeast. Let us see the right answer. According to question number 50, option A is the right answer. There are two major groups of Monerian bacteria, Archaeobacteria, one of the example for ancient bacteria, and Eubacteria, one of the example for true bacteria. And Eubacteria is of further two different categories like bacteria and cyanobacteria. Thermoacidophils are the type of this Archaeobacteria that could live in the extremely acidic environment, pH level 2, and they could be able to survive in the extremely high temperature up to 110 degrees Celsius. They are found in the hot sulfur springs. Some of the Eubacteria are also famous for living under the most hostile environment like salt pans, salt marshes, hot springs, spilled oil, sulfur springs, snow. So these all are the few examples. So the right answer for this question is option A. Now let us go for the next question. One of the free living anaerobic nitrogen fixture is, here are four different options given: Beijeringia, Rhodospirillum, Rhizobium, Acidopacter. Let us see the right answer for this question. According to question number 51, the right answer for this question is option B. Many free living bacteria and blue-green algae which are capable of fixing of atmosphere nitrogen into nitrites. Rhodospirillum is one of the example of this free living photosynthetic anaerobic nitrogen fixing non-sulfur bacteria. It is capable of synthesizing of its organic food in the presence of sunlight and in the absence of oxygen by the process called bacterial photosynthesis. Beijeringia is one of the free living but aerobic nitrogen fixing bacteria. Similarly, Acidobacter as well. Rhizobium is one of the example for this symbiotic nitrogen fixing bacteria. So the right answer for this question is option B. Now let us go for the next question. Membrane bound organelles which are absent in Saccharomyces, Streptococcus, Chlamydomonas and Plasmodium. Let us see the right answer for this question. According to question number 52, option B is the right answer. Streptococcus is the bacteria which is included under the kingdom called Monera. And Monerians, they have the prokaryotic cell organization in which the membrane bounded organelles like mitochondria, Golgi bodies, nucleus, nuclear envelope which are absent. All the other three categories, say for example like given in the question, Saccharomyces, Chlamydomonas, Plasmodium, they all, the example for fungus, algae and protista, belongs to the category of eukaryotes, and they could contain true membrane bound organelles and also true membrane bound nucleus. So the right answer for this question is option B. Now let us go for the next question. The diagram in which one of the options for all the four parts A, B, C and D, and option A tail fibers, head, sheath, collar. Option B sheath, collar, head, tail fibers. Option C head, sheath, collar, tail fibers, and option D collar, tail fibers, head. Okay, now let us see the right answer for this question. Here, according to this particular question number 53, this order should be written. Option C, A that is called head, B that is called sheath, C that is called collar and D that is called tail fiber. So this is the way you have to write. Now let us go for the next question. Select the correct combination of the statement. Here are four different statements given regarding the characteristics of this certain organism. Methanogens are archaebacteria which produces methane in marshy areas. Nostoc is a filamentous blue-green algae which fixes atmospheric nitrogen. Chemosynthetic autotrophic bacteria synthesizes cellulose from glucose. Mycoplasma lack of cell wall and can survive without oxygen. The correct statements are given. Now let us find the answer for this question. So according to question number 54, option C is the right answer. According to question number 54, option D is the right answer. Option D is the right answer. Option D is the right answer. Let us see. Chemosynthetic autotrophic bacteria which oxidizes various inorganic substances, say for example nitrate, nitrites, ammonia, and they use the released energy for the production of this ATP, adenosine triphosphate. They play the great role in the recycling nutrients of this nitrogen, phosphorus, iron and sulfur like elements. So the answer for this question is option D. Now let us go for the next question. Black rust of wheat which is caused by, here are 4 different options given: Alternaria solani, Ustilega nuda, Puccinia graminis, Xanthomonas oryzae. Let us see the right answer for this question. Question number 55. The option for this question is C is the right answer. Let us see. Black stem rust, it is one of the disease caused by Puccinia graminis tritici. Tritici or tritici. The genus Puccinia, which includes for 700 types of species, which causes the rust disease of many economic plants, say for example like wheat, barley, oats, etc. It is also called rust because of the reddish brown color of the spores that are found cheaply upon the surface of these host leaves and the stems. And this Puccinia graminis is heteroecious, requiring for 2 different hosts to pursuing of their life cycle. They survive in wheat as well as barberry for the completion of a normal life cycle. According to this, the nature of the spores, the life cycle of this Puccinia graminis, which is divided into 5 stages. It is during this teluto stage, or it is also called teletospore stage, that could produces the dark brown or the black pustules on the surface of the stem and leaves of the wheat cell, wheat plant, that result for the formation of this black stem rust of wheat. So the right answer for this question is option C. Now let us go for the next question. Okay, phylogenetic system of classification is based on, here are 4 different options given. Let us see: morphological feature, chemical constituents, floral characters, evolutionary relationship. Now let us see the right answer for this question. Question number 56. Right answer for this question is option D. Phylogenetic system or gladistics is based on the evolutionary sequence as well as the genetic relationship among the living organism. Engler and Prandtl's system of this classification that was jointly proposed in Dinaturalische Beflangenfamilien in the year 1892. It is the first phylogenetic system of classification which includes all the plants from the algae to angiosperm arranged in an evolutionary sequence from simplicity to the complexity. So the right answer for this question is option D. Now let us go for the next question. T.O. Dinier, who discovered, here are 4 different options given: free infectious DNA, infectious protein, bacteriophage, free infectious RNA. According to this question earlier we have discussed already. So the right answer for this question is option D. So question number 57, option D is the right answer. Let us go for the next question. Which of the following is a symbiotic nitrogen fixture? Acidofactor, Frankia, Azallo and Glomus. According to question number 59, option B is the right answer. Let us see. Frankia is one of the nitrogen fixing symbiotic bacteria which induces root nodules just like rhizobium. It is also associated with symbiotically with the root nodules of several non-legume plants. Say for example like Casuarina, Alnus, Rubus, etc. It cannot fix the nitrogen in the free state. So the right answer for this question is option B. Question number 59. Let us talk about the next question. Which one is the wrong pairing for the disease and it's a casual organism? Here are 4 different options given. Black rust of wheat, Puccinia graminis, loose smut of wheat, Styloga nuda, root knot of vegetables, Melidogyne species, late blight of potato, Alternaria solani. The right answer for this question number 60. Option D is the right answer. Late blight of potato. It is a disease caused by Phytophthora infestans. It is one of the phycomycete fungus. Alternaria solani is one of the casual organisms of early blight of this potato disease. So the right answer for this particular question is option D. Now, let us go for the next question. Question number 61. Bacterial leaf blight of rice is caused by the species of Alternaria, Erwinia, Xanthomonas and Pseudomonas. Let us see the right answer for this question. Question number 61, option C is the right answer. Bacterial leaf blight of rice which is caused by Xanthomonas oryzae. It is a bacterium which is a gram-negative bacteria, aerobic bacteria, capsulated bacteria and motile with the help of the single polar flagellum. Primary infection which is carried through these infected seeds. The entry of this pathogen occurs through wound and the stomata. The symptom of this disease which is appearance of the linear yellow to straw colored strips usually on the both the edges of this leaf. As the disease progresses, the drying and twisting of the leaf tip which occurs. The most destructive phase of the disease is the icrusk or wilt resulting from early systematic infection. So the right answer for this question is option C. Now let us go for the next question. Question number 62. Thermococcus, Methanococcus and Methanobacterium are exemplify. Example options given here: bacteria whose DNA is relaxed or positively supercoiled but which have a cytoskeleton as well as mitochondria, bacteria that contain a cytoskeleton and ribosome, archaebacteria that contain protein homologous to eukaryotic core histones, archaebacteria that lack of any histones resembling those found in eukaryotes but whose DNA is negatively supercoiled. Let us see the right answer. So according to question number 62, the right answer is option C. Thermococcus, Methanococcus and Methanobacterium, which are the examples of archaebacteria, which are also characterized by the unique cell wall, that is the lack of this peptidoglycan and consisting of polysaccharides and also protein, and closely resemble like the eukaryotic cell in the mechanism of protein synthesis. Structural protein and RNA compilements of the ribosomes. So the right answer for this question is option C. Now let us go for next question. Question number 63. In the life of the recent classification of living organisms into 3 domains of life, bacteria, archaea and eukarya, which one of the following statement is true about this archaea? Here are 4 different options given. Archaea completely differ from both prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Archaea completely differ from prokaryotes. Archaea resembles eukarya in all the aspects. Archaea which have some novel features that are absent in other prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Let us see the right answer for this question. So according to question number 63, option D is the right answer. We'll see in detail. Archaebacteria that could represent a cell type that seems to possesses the characteristic features of both prokaryotic as well as eukaryotes. In size, the archaebacteria which are about 1 micrometer in diameter, and the size of these typical prokaryotes, which is lack of membrane bound organelles, nuclear bodies which are not bound by these nuclear membranes, and as it is in eukaryotes and ribosomes which are like 70s, the size of those found in typical prokaryotic type, they have unique cell wall that is lacking of this peptidoglycan closely resemble to eukaryotic cells in the mechanism of protein synthesis, structural protein, RNA complements of this ribosome, and very distinctive feature of archaebacterial genes in the is the presence of these introns, elements that are totally unknown in other prokaryotes. Though relatively common in eukaryotes, archaebacteria also possesses unique characteristic features which are found in neither eukaryotes nor prokaryotes. For example, their membrane which is containing branched chain lipids with other, this enables them to tolerate extremes of this heat and pH. So right answer for this question is option D. Now let us go for the next question. Which one of the following is a slime mold? Physarum, Diobacillus, Anabaena, Rhizobus. Yes, now talking about question number 64. Option A is the right answer. Slime molds which are peculiar protista that normally take the form of these amoebae, but under certain conditions they could develop fruiting bodies that releases spores, superficially similar to this sporangia of fungi. The order Physareales, which includes Physarum species, the fruiting bodies are called sporangia. They are the characteristic features of this presence of abundant amount of the calcium salt. The order which comprises 142 species which are placed under 12 genera. Physarum polysepalum is one of the best known example, and the somatic phase which is multinucleate diploid type holocarpic plasmodium which is the product of syngamy. So the right answer for this question is option A. Now let us go for the question number 65. Which one of the following statements about mycoplasma which is wrong? They are leiomorphic, they are sensitive to penicillin, they causes disease in plants, they are also called as PPLO, Pleuropneumoniae like organism. Okay. Let us see the right answer for this question. According to this question number 65, option B is the right answer. Mycoplasma which are very small, unicellular, non-motile prokaryotic organism. They are also called leiomorphic. That is a major reason it is also called as PPLO. PPLO, it is a full form of Pleuropneumoniae like organism. They are in the lack of cell wall. It contains cytoplasm, ribosomes, DNA. They are also inhibited by tetracyclines but insensitive to penicillin. They could cause various type of diseases as well. So this particular question, option B is the right answer. Now let us go for the next question. Which pair of the following belongs to Pseudomycetes? Puffballs and claviceps, Bessaiza and stinkhorns, Marcella and mushrooms, bird's nest fungi and puffballs. Let us see. Right answer. According to question number 66, the right answer for this question is option D. Let us see. The Cyathus is one of the known bird's nest fungi and also Lycoperdon. It is also called puffballs. Both these fungi belongs to the group of club fungi, are also called Pseudomycetes. And these fungi could produce the spores inside of this club shaped fruit bodies called basidium. Typically, basidium has 4 basidospores that could produce exogenously. For example, like Pesaiza and Marcella, Claviceps, they all belongs to the category of ascomycetes. They could able to produce ascospores in ascocarps. Mushrooms are basidomycetes of fungus. So the right answer for this question is option D. Now let us go for the next question. So question number 67. Curing of tea leaves is brought about by the activity of fungi, bacteria, mycorrhizae and virus. Let us see the right answer for this question. Question number 67. According to question number 67, option B is the right answer. Let us see. Curing is a process done to adding of this special flavor and taste to the tea leaves. It is also done for tobacco. In this process, after the harvesting of these cured leaves, which are hung in shade and are permitted for the action of bacteria. The curing of tea leaves could be done by Micrococcus candidans, and Micrococcus is one of the gram-positive aerobic bacterium, which is the member of Micrococcaceae. So the right answer for this question is option B. Now let us go for question number 68. Which one of the following environmental conditions are essential for optimum growth of mucor on the piece of bread? Options are given here. Temperature of about 25 degrees Celsius, temperature of about 5 degrees Celsius, relative humidity of about 5%, relative humidity of about 95%. A shady place, a brightly illuminated place. Choose the right answer from this. So let us see the right answer for this question. Okay, according to question number 68, option C is the right answer. Okay, mucor, it is one of the filamentous fungus that is found in humus of the soil decaying fruits, vegetables. It is also commonly known as black mold. Most of the mucor species are unable to grow at 37 degrees Celsius. And the strains which are isolated from the human infections, which are usually one of the few thermotolerant mucor species. Colonies of this mucor grow rapidly at 25 to 30 degrees Celsius. Humidity about 90 to 95% required for the growth of this particular mucor, and quickly cover the surface of the agar. It requires moist and shady places for the growth. Many species of this mucor are responsible for causing of rotting of fruits and vegetables, and few species of this mucor are pathogenic to human being, say for example like mucor bacillus. So these are the information about mucor. So right answer for this question is option C. Now let us go for question number 69. All of the following statements concerning the actinomycetes filamentous soil bacterium Frankia are correct except that Frankia. Here are 4 different options given. Let us see the right answer. Can induce root nodules on many plant species. Can fix nitrogen in the free living state. Cannot fix specialized vesicles in which the nitrogenous is protected from oxygen by a chemical barrier involving triterpene. Hopanoids biological classification 11, and option D, like rhizobium, it is usually infects its host plant through root hair deformation and stimulates cell proliferation in the host cortex. Let us see the right answer for question number 69. Question number 69 answer is B. Yes, Frankia, it is one of the nitrogen fixing symbiotic bacteria. It induces root nodules just like rhizobium. It is associated with the symbiotically with the root nodules of several non-legume plants like casuarina, alnus, rubus, many examples, and they cannot fix the nitrogen in free state. So right answer for question 69 is option B. Now let us go for question number 70. For retting of jute, the fermenting microbe which is used for methanophilic bacteria, putric acid bacteria, Helicobacter pylori, Streptococcus lectin. Now let us see which one is the right answer for this question. So according to this question, option B is the right answer. Retting is the process of separating fibers that are held for together in the close association using a variety of bacteria. Fibers of jute which are held together in the close association, and they are also separated by the action of butyric acid of bacteria. Example, Clostridium putricum. And these plants are immersed in water so that they could absorb the water and they could swell. Due to the activity of this bacteria, the pectic substance of this middle lamellae which are hydrolyzed and the fibers which are separated. And these separated fibers which are used for making of ropes and sacks. So the right answer for this particular question is option B. So far guys, we have discussed few exemplar practice questions from the unit 2 biological classification in the category of NEET biology, and this particular unit will continue with one more video. Until then, thank you guys.